Bullin House is a very singular looking house. It's quite sculptural, it's quite abstracted, and I think that kind of sits quite well in this type of landscape. Hi, I'm Glenn Chamberlain, and I'm the Director of Chamberlain Architecture and Interiors. Welcome to the Bullin House in the East Gippsland region of Victoria. Chamberlain Architecture and Interiors has been going for around 20 plus years now. We're a small to medium-sized firm based in Fitzroy in Victoria. And, I think our work is characterised by clarity in the planning and the layout of our homes and a preoccupation with light, materiality and texture. So obviously we were lucky here in that, we were able to orientate the house perfectly. It faces north and just so happens that the views out that way are delightful. As you approach the front door, the facade is quite mute. You don't get a sense of what's to come until you walk through that front door. From there, the house splits into a series of wings. As you turn right from the front door, you ascend 3 steps into the main living area. The next part of the house that unfolds is up another series of steps, so you ascend another small flight of stairs, and it's one of the few places in the house where you get the full expanse of the view. So the glass link really symbolises where the parents' retreat sort of starts, and it has a lovely little lounge space which cantilevers out over the pool and takes into the views back to Mount Baw Baw, which was something that was really beautiful and important for the client when they first fell in love with this site. And then from there you sort of head back towards their bedroom in the most private part of the house, and that has a beautiful, very old gum tree at the end of the axis there. So once again, this kind of idea that we would frame the views of the landscape with the house and control what was seen and highlight special parts of the landscape. What I really love about this house is the way at the western end it's sort of grounded, it really hugs the landscape. And as you progress through and slightly gently rise up through the house, it culminates in that eastern end, which sort of sits up and cantilevers out over the land and pool, and it's sort of kind of uplifting as you walk through. When the clients first approached us, it was really interesting because they actually were living on the neighbouring property. So they had seen this site from their old house, and they had always had an affinity with the site. When we first met them out here, there was a series of objects in the landscape, if you like, that they were really interested in. One of them was that large gum tree to the south, and the other one was obviously the beautiful views to Mount Baw Baw to the north. Those kind of clues that were given to us in that initial briefing really started to kind of, help organise the structure of the plan and how we went about, creating this house. This house is very much about the tonal qualities of the materials. Obviously, we started with the brickwork. That was the key component. The way we've used the brick, both externally and internally, I think is a really lovely element. And I think bringing the brick internally gives it a softness and helps to kind of, provide a beautiful quality to the spaces. And in counterpoint to that, we have a beautiful, rich, walnut-stained American oak veneer for the majority of the joinery in the house. So the interior is a very warm, easy living space. The thing I'm most proud about this house is the collaboration that was required to get it to where it is today. This house was built during the COVID lockdowns of 2020. We never got to see it as it was being built, which was a real shame, but we had full faith in our client who was a builder, or is a builder, and they've done an amazing job at executing our drawings from afar, I suppose. We often talk about the success of a project being made up of three things, the three-legged stool, if you like, the client, the architect and the builder. In this case, it was more of a two-legged stool, and we were really fortunate that we had a client that could understand the vision and could execute it in pretty trying circumstances. So when I sit back and look around, I think, you know, it's a testament to the team that we had in the office that they were able to kind of draw this and communicate this in such a way that it could be built without our involvement. You know, it's just the most perfect execution of our ideas and our vision, and you don't get that with every project.